Along with me, we have Chuck Cervinsky at Maple Hill Nursery here in Midland. Chuck, we're at 2672 Eastman Road. Where is that in proximity to the Midland Mall?
We're about 2 miles north of the mall on Eastman, just past the intersection and stoplight at Monroe Road on the right-hand side.
So we're easy to get to, and you got plenty of parking here. So I got a funny feeling this Memorial Day weekend, that parking lot's going to be kind of busy.
Yes, the weather looks like it might cooperate a little bit, and we've had some rain, so conditions are optimal to do yard work right now.
Now, right now, you're located inside, but I kind of want you to start to move around outside, and we can come back to some of the things you have indoors here.
Well, let's go out the front door.
Okay.
I've got Andy with me who works here in the store as well, and we're going to go out here. I'm going to switch the camera so we can see.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, we're heading outside in the garden center right now. Lots of just beautiful things out here. Perennials are looking fantastic this year.
Well, first and foremost, Chuck, you got that camera on Dairy Dew. You got a great. You've gone through a lot of products so far this spring, haven't you?
Yes, yeah, we've been selling almost a full bags every week, and we've got all their different products. The Dairy Dew, where they all started, the 101, the 201 potting soil, the Veggie Dew, which has been a huge hit for vegetable gardens, raised and container gardens. And then down here, we've got the tree and shrub mix, which is almost essential when planting anything new, and topsoil blend, as well as a lot of other things that they sell. And we have it in bulk also, as well as bags.
Well, now when you mention bulk, not too far away to the left of where the Dairy Dew is, you've got huge piles of mulch.
Yeah.
You've been bringing a lot of that in so far, haven't you?
Yeah, just about every second or third day we get another truckload of something. We've got 5 different colors of mulch, bulk soil. The bulk Dairy Dew has been a huge hit. They dump a load of that every 3 or 4 days. So the bulk product has been flying out of here pretty good this year.
And again, the colors, the textures, what are they?
We've got hardwood, we've got cedar, which are both natural products for those that don't that want something natural. And then the dyed are the black, the brown, and the red. And the brown has been particularly a big hit this year.
Now, this year, you have something that's a little bit different when it comes to getting the mulch. You've got a separate driveway where people can just pull right up and get loaded.
Right. If you see the little fence panels, we've got that blocked off. And over off to my right, there's a new piles.
Yeah, it looks like we're just right on the fringe of the Wi-Fi, so we're not really getting a good clear shot. But basically, what Chuck is telling us is that you can get pull right around with your trailer and get loaded, and then pull right out. So it works out good. Now we're back in the covered area where you have all your plants.
Yeah, this is just one section out of 8 or 10 that we have, but up into the plastic this year. Hold that up, Andy. I've got Andy here that works in the garden center, and he's holding that up. Look at how beautiful that is. That's a azure geranium. Everything just looks fantastic this year, and we've probably got 4,000 or 5,000 perennials on hand right now, and ornamental grasses are looking really nice. Here's some of our ornamental grasses up here.
Boy, those are great accent pieces.
They are. I mean, we've got, if you want a grass that's going to be smaller, we have it. We have larger ones that grow in the shade. A lot of real beautiful roses. Why don't you hold one of those up, Andy, so they can see it? The knockout roses are particularly nice this year. Real easy color if you got a sunny area, and if you deadhead it, it will bloom all summer long.
Really healthy. Now, Chuck, how do you maintain the knockout roses as far as fertilization goes? What's your suggestion?
What we use on them is Osmocote, which is a slow release fertilizer that you can use on flowers or plants or annuals or anything that you've got. And you can do that a couple of times a year, and it really is all you need to do, other than making sure that when those blossoms are done, like this one here is getting pretty well done, just reach in there and deadhead it, and then you can see the new blooms that are coming on. And that was just mostly this week. They deadheaded these once this week.
Now, how tall can they get?
Oh, they'll get 3 or 4 feet tall eventually, but you can keep, the nice thing is you can keep them trimmed as short as you want.
And when is the best time to trim them?
We like to do that in the spring. What you're going to want to do is wait until the canes have greened up, and wherever they stop greening and the brown starts, you trim them back.
Andy, I see. Yeah, I see Andy just brought in a basket there. That's beautiful.
Lots of beautiful hanging baskets, and they're really looking nice this year too.
You've had really good luck with a lot of the annuals.
Yes, we have. Yeah. Here's something that we got quite a few of this year, hibiscus, and those normally are something that's a little bit harder to get every year, but we got quite a nice selection of those.
Well, selection is good right now for Memorial Day weekend, but I have to think if folks don't get over there, a lot of this selection is going to go. It's going to go fast, isn't it?
Yeah, the problem is with material this year. Inventory is very tight, and we are always lucky we were able to order a lot of it and set on a lot of it, so we have it when the customers want it. We're in the Japanese maple house right now. These are really nice. I mean, some of the nicest stuff we've gotten in years.
They've always been, some folks have no luck with a Jap maple. Other folks, their Jap maples are 20, 25, in some cases, 30 years old.
Yeah, well, it's all on the varieties that you pick, too. The Crimson Queen, the Red Dragon, and the Bloodgood have always been good varieties to plant in our area. Andy's standing next to an Emperor right now. That's a newer one. Stays a little bit shorter, but it really has a nice color to it. Very easy to grow.
And again, as far as trimming those, do you really do too much trimming on a Jap maple?
You don't really have to. I mean, with the weeping ones, the only thing that you really are going to do is if, like on this one, after they leaf out, you'll get a little, maybe a dry branch. Just clip that off, or if you get one that starts shooting straight up, clip it off. But other than that, they're going to pretty much grow in a natural pattern. Here's another new one that we got yesterday. Andy's pulling it out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's got a different color to it. It's got a little bit of a yellowy green color. We don't get many of these, but it's just something different.
And that's a Jap maple?
Yeah, it is.
Wow, the only ones I've ever seen have been the crimson ones, but that is really really unique.
It's kind of hard to pronounce the name on it, but it's definitely something different.
That's why we're doing a video on this, Chuck, so you don't have to pronounce that.
That's right.
Now, where are you taking us here?
We're going to head out to the next section, but I just wanted to stop so you could see this, the foxglove. Really pretty flower. They don't last that long, but when they do come out, they're very pretty.
Now, how long do they stay out, Chuck?
Oh, maybe a couple of weeks. These have still got quite a few blossoms opening up on them yet.
And usually it's pretty much a spring variety?
Yeah, it's a springtime thing. And here's an example of something that gives you color all the time, the coral bells. We've got quite a few different varieties of those right now. But for a shadier area, it'll give you that nice purple color all summer long.
They are nice. I've had very good luck with mine. They're a pretty hardy plant.
Yeah. Now we're going to head back. We're going through the patio pot area right now, but we're going to head back to the next section. Lots of beautiful patio pots, all done. You can just take them home, set them on your porch.
Ready to go. You've had a terrific selection. of those. I'm
Yeah,
surprised you still have some left.
yeah, we got some more in, so we're doing pretty good on those. Now we're heading out in the back. This area is a lot of the flowering shrubs, hydrangeas, lots of beautiful hydrangeas this year, bushes and trees. These are something that a lot of them will flower all summer long. But look
How
at
far
all the
how
beautiful
far back
hydrangeas.
how far back does your display go, Chuck?
We'll show you here in a minute. Well, let's walk that way now. But look, we've got about 35 or 40 different varieties of hydrangeas. Just gorgeous. We got a lot of trees in. You can see them in the back of the picture. Andy and his group have been doing a lot of work getting all this organized.
That's the nice thing about it is that everything is pretty well organized. So if somebody says, "Gee, I want to see this or I want to see that," you know right where it is, and you could hear when you were
Yeah,
walking. It was like crush underneath your feet. Um, Everything
yeah.
you don't get mud on your shoes. Let's put it that way.
No, no, you're not going to get mud on your feet anywhere. Here, if you can see, we're up by the irrigation pond that we use to water all this stuff. And on the other side of it is our large tree section. And we've got just about anything back there. We've got lots of large evergreens, beautiful baby blue spruce, which replaces the Colorado spruce. And the baby blue doesn't get the diseases that the Colorado used to. Lots of nice emerald giant arbovitas, flowering crabs, flowering pear, maples, uh, lots of different things back there, weeping cherries, and all just beautiful.
You know, I want to say if you turn your camera so we get more of the horizontal look, we'll
Oh,
get
here we
a
go.
lot better idea. Yes, just
There you go.
how wide that whole area is. That's a huge area back there.
It is. It's quite large. It's about 400 or 500 feet long.
And people can go back there and take a look.
Yeah, you can walk right back. That's what's nice. You can walk anywhere on the property.
That is really nice. Now, some of the other, I see that you just got some shipments in, and
Yeah,
I
we're
know
gonna
you'll
walk.
be, yeah, let's take a look at that.
Yeah, they're working on that today to put all this stuff away. This is all fresh stuff from Oregon that came in last night. Beautiful blue made holly. Look how nice that is. All the new growth on it.
Gorgeous.
Yep. But yeah, there was about a half a truckload that came last night.
Wow. And more trucks coming?
Yeah, it won't be till after Memorial Day now. We're pretty well loaded up for a while. Here's some more, another shot.
Wow. Look at all the cedar. Holy smokes.
Yeah, those are our green giant arborvitae. It's kind of a newer one the last 3 or 4 years, but it's outpacing the old standby, which was the emerald green. And they have a different look to them. Just very rich and pretty looking.
That's one
Now,
thing that I noticed. The colors really very rich looking.
yeah,
Great accents, great compliments to anybody's landscape.
yeah. Now Andy's walking into the. We have a whole poly house, and there's nothing but azaleas and rhododendrons. Now the azaleas are pretty much done blooming, and they're new growth. You can see the light green leaves; those are starting to. The new growth starting to pop out on them right now. But he is up. Andy's. Yeah, stand right there, Andy. Why don't you pull that out so they can see how pretty that is? The rhododendrons are in full bloom right now.
Wow.
And these are a really neat plant if you've got a shady spot, which they need quite a bit of shade. But these have been blooming for about a week and a half, and they're going to go for a while yet. They're not all done, but we've got really nice ones. We've got purple, we've got red. What other colors do we got, Andy? Pink out there?
We got light purple.
Yeah, we've got quite a few, and these are really nice. These come right straight from Oregon.
So again, you're talking shade,
Yeah.
Chuck. That's what it likes.
Yeah, these like shade. But look at that red. That's what they call Nova Zembla. It's just a really electric colored red.
You know, that's one of the nice things about having a cloudy day, and we have a chance to take a look at some of these because the sun doesn't wash out the color.
No,
uh, on our video.
doesn't that just scream spring, that purple? Mm.
Wow. How long usually do they bloom, Chuck?
These, depending on the weather, they can go as little as a week and as long as 3 weeks. Now, these have been going for a good week, week and a half, and they're still not all opened up yet. So the color is going to hang on them probably for another week. But we've had, those cooler nights really help prolong the flowers on these.
Now, once we roll into the fall and over the winter months, what do we need to do in order to keep these plants in particular from getting hurt?
Well, here's what you want to do. The first thing you're going to want to do is spray them with what we call wilt proof or wilt stop. That's going to seal in the moisture on the leaves and prevent a lot of moisture loss. And if you do that, they're not going to dehydrate. The next thing you're going to want to do, even after you spray them, is wrap them with burlap. And if you can do that, your chances are real good that they're going to go through the whole winter. Here's some
And now,
beautiful.
when you say wrap with burlap, is it good to actually wrap the plant, or is it better to, let's say, put stakes and then wrap the burlap around on the stakes?
What we recommend you do is take and drive 3 stakes around it, like in a triangular shape pattern, and then run the burlap all the way around. So you've got just a little bit of air between the burlap and the plant, so it doesn't touch the side of it. And all you want to do is just cover the sides. You can leave the top open if you want to, but it will do wonders in protecting them.
That's a good suggestion. I've heard both ways, but quite frankly, I prefer the wrapping around the posts and
Yeah.
keeping the burlap actually off, because in the wintertime, and especially last winter, we had a lot of damage, didn't we?
We sure did. February was a rough month for damage. Here we've got some beautiful boxwood. Lots of different varieties, lots of new varieties this year. Why don't you pick that one up there, Andy? Here's a variegated one. That's something a little bit different. Most boxwoods are green. That's kind of a green and white color, so a little different contrast.
And that's new.
Yeah, that's a new variety this year. We've got about 4 or 5 new varieties of boxwood.
Boy, the improvements that they've made on boxwood over the years. The original ones were pretty blah.
Yeah, here's another one called Independence. I'll get Andy to pick that one up so we can see that. It's just gorgeous. It grows a little bit tighter than a green velvet, but really nice color to it.
Yeah, it is.
Well, let's maybe head back in the store and we'll go through that a little bit. We're going to head back in the south part of the store here.
Okay, that sounds good. Because I know once we get close to in the store, there's going to be a lot of, speaking of colors, there's a lot of colors that are going to be hitting us. And one thing in particular that I've noticed all the way along, and I'm starting to see them now, are the pots.
Yeah,
You've got a great selection.
Yeah, we're down just a little bit from last year, but getting these things this year has been tough. We're not getting them in huge shipments. We're getting them a little bit every week or so because they're just not coming in very fast.
Some of the pots are just absolutely gorgeous with different designs and colors.
Yeah, and we're starting to see a lot of these bigger pots. You can take and put some of the boxwoods in them for year-round interest.
How do they hold up in the winter, Chuck?
They hold up just fine. The only thing that a boxwood will do is it'll just the color won't be as vibrant on it, but it's really kind of nice, and you've got something green to look at.
Oh boy, I'm getting sleepy right now looking at that couch.
Nap time.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a new set. This is Alfresco Home. This is what they call patio in a box. So when it comes in, you've got the couch that Andy's sitting on right now. You've got the 2 chairs, and you've also got the table. So it's a whole complete set.
And price-wise, what are we looking at these days, Chuck?
Most of these sets are going to be in the $2,500 to $4,000 range, but it's really top end stuff. It's all aluminum frame on all-weather wicker, so it can set right outside all the time. Sunbrella cushions, which are the best cushions, you know, in the outdoor business.
And again, you're talking weather. It'll hold up.
It will. It really will.
Oh, the carpet. Explain to me now the different types of coverings that you have for the floors.
Yeah, we're just getting into these, but we've got it's a company called KAS out of Atlanta, and there's different sizes and shapes, and we even are able to get indoor rugs too, and that's something that we're going to be expanding on over the summer. Here's some more of the deep seating. But as stuff has been coming in, it's been going out. So it's, you know, we might have something here on Monday, and you might be here Monday, and Tuesday it's gone.
Well, and that's the other thing. You do have a pretty good selection of inventory, but you've had a lot of people come in, and they're coming back and ordering.
Yeah, Andy's playing with this little cardinal. That's something new. It's a yard ornament, and as the wind blows, it looks like a real bird.
Isn't that something?
But yeah, as the inventory comes in, it goes out. It goes out as fast as it comes in, literally.
Oh, there's it looks like a picnic table.
Yeah. This is one of we've got a few discontinued styles left, and this is one of the last ones. But that's made out of acacia wood, which is a little different. Alfresco is switching over to more teak, but it's just a beautiful piece, and you could use this on a screened-in porch. And the best part is it's 30% off.
Really?
Yeah. Here,
oh, wow.
Of the Polywood Adirondack chairs, these have been a huge hit. We've got them in all the different colors. He's sitting in the Nautical, which is one of our biggest sellers. They start at about $279 and go on up. But you know, perfect just to get 3 or 4 of them and set them on the patio and relax. Easy.
And again, as far as the weather goes, we don't have any issues when it comes to fading.
Leave them right outside. They're not going to fade or anything. You clean them up with warm water and bleach once in a while, and you're golden.
Now, is that a floor covering from the same company you were talking about?
This is a new one that I just put out the other day, but it's another sample that they sent us. But look at the stripes in that. You know, the red it picks up the red stripe in the carpet.
Well, it sure does.
And we've got their catalog here. It doesn't take too long. A couple of weeks. We've got quite a bit of art that changes literally every week, though. We've been selling quite a bit of that.
And there's our wind ornaments, I call them.
Yeah, those we're a little low on those right now. Those are kind of tough to get, but we've still got quite a few.
Well, those are real highlights, especially for folks that are looking for a little bit of height and their deck to have something like that.
Yeah, there's flowers you don't have to water.
I'll take a dozen.
Yeah. Here's something that's kind of fun too. The little mosaic fireplaces, they don't produce a lot of heat. You want to take that top off there, Andy? Andy's going to take the top off, but you can take and put a gel insert that we sell here, and it'll burn for about 3 hours, and it's kind of fun to have it on your table for a little ambiance with a fire.
And the plates, the goblets.
Yeah, that's something new for us too. That's been a little tough to get in. That comes from overseas, but we're starting to get those in now, and we're able to order. We just got the new catalog, and that's a company out of California, but really high quality stuff. You can take and put that in the dishwasher. You can't use it in the microwave, but and you can drop it. It won't crack.
Yeah, I've got right here where I'm broadcasting from. I've got the saucer and the bowl and a couple of plates here. And what you're saying is I can drop these, Chuck, and they won't break?
No, they won't break.
Well, I trust you. I won't. And the goblet, know it.
No,
it looks it's really sharp. Now you're back into the area where we're talking to you from. Let's just take a look at some of the things you might have around the inside right now.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked where Andy was in the chairs, and you can see we've got lots of them set up in here. We try to have some of every color set up so a customer can just come in and grab them and take them home. A lot of the accent tables that go along with them. Here's different coffee tables and little side tables that you can use with the chairs.
Now, one thing I noticed in the background, and of course, we always like to talk about this, is you do have pest control products. You do have weed control products, and you've got a few accessories for water transfer as well, don't you?
Yeah, we'll get back over here into that room. Here's some of the Dairy Do items we don't have outside. Why don't you grab one of those Bloom Blasters, Andy? Here's something that's been selling well, Bloom Blaster. That's a liquid fertilizer you can use on your flowers and even on shrubs and stuff.
And I know that there's in the bag, one of the Dairy Do bags, you have like a granular type fertilizer stuff that I've used before.
Yeah,
And
Andy's got that right in his hand. That's the Healthy Garden. And we're selling a lot of that right now. That's good to fertilize your garden with. You can fertilize annual flowers, and as you and I know, it does wonders on hanging baskets and patio planters. We've been using that for the last couple of summers.
And the nice thing about that product is it doesn't burn the leaves.
No, and it's a Michigan-made product also.
Yeah. Now let's go back into your side room there, where we have all sorts of products available, even products to keep the animals away.
Definitely. Here's one before I get to that. The ants. That repels all. The ants are going to start coming out after all this rain. And we've got everything you need to combat them. Here's something, we talked about this, I think, last Friday on the radio about animals and preventing them from eating your plants. Andy's got a bag of Repels All. That's a granule that Bonide makes, and we have it in a liquid as well. But you can sprinkle that around the base of the plant, and it'll irritate the animal's nasal passages, and it will keep the deer and the critters away, and it works excellent.
Oh, that's good. That's good stuff. And right next to that, to the left of that, where Andy is, what's that product right there, Chuck?
Yeah, the Hollytone. Why don't you, Andy will grab a bag of that and hold it up.
Yeah.
That and the Osmocote, if you would. Yeah.
Well, that's the Osmocote. That's what you were talking about a little bit earlier.
That too. Yeah, Andy's got two things. These both are flying out of here right now. The Isfoma Hollytone, an excellent product for fertilizing azaleas, rhododendrons, and evergreens. It's more of an organic product. And then the Osmocote has been an old standby for years. That's a slow release fertilizer that we use on all of our nursery plants, but you can also use that on flowers as well. But both excellent products.
And as far as a healthy lawn is concerned, Chuck, what do you have?
Well, it's right behind me. It's something called Safe Green Lawn, and we'll get Andy to prop that up here so we can see it. Yeah, this is something that's it's been out for a couple of years, but it's an organic fertilizer made by Morgan Composting, the same people that do the Dairy Do, and you can put that on and it won't burn. And it's just an excellent organic product. We have other things as well, but we've been selling quite a bit of this.
And we've got a lot of other products here at Maple Hill. Of course, one thing that we haven't had a chance to see, the grills. If you want to do anything outdoors, come to Maple Hill and check it out, because the Memorial Day sale is going to give you the opportunity to get in here a little bit more than what normal operating hours are. Chuck, as far as your hours go for the weekend, again, let's talk about those.
Yeah, you talked about grills, and we'll just pan this out so you can see it while I'm talking. But yeah, we're going to be here, of course, tomorrow from 8 until 6. Saturday we'll be here all day 8 to 4. Sunday we'll be here noon to 4, and Memorial Day we'll be here 8 until 2. So we'll be here all weekend for any of your gardening needs.
All right. I can think of a really neat way to end our broadcast today. Over by the wind chimes, that has got to be one of the most pleasant sounds that you could ever have. in your backyard or your front yard. Give us a little sign off chime here, Chuck.
Okay. Come on over here, Andy.
There we go. How'd you like to have that in your backyard? Pretty nice, pretty sweet. Chuck and Andy, thank you so much for being a part of our broadcast today. And again, to each and every one of you out there, stop by and see these guys and the entire staff at Maple Hill Nursery this Memorial Day weekend. I'm Terry Henney. Make it a safe weekend for each and every one of you.
Thanks, everybody.